start in our child's pose, bringing our knees wide, heels towards your glutes, and extending your fingertips out long in front of you, maybe resting your chin or your forehead on the floor. Focusing on your breath, really stretching your fingertips long out in front as you simultaneously press your heels in towards your glutes. Maybe lifting your palms up off the floor, pressing your palms, your pads of your fingertips into the floor. Nice big inhale, filling your lungs, filling your belly all the way up to the top. And strong exhale. If you had your forearms, go ahead and release them back down onto the floor. Optional, walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. You can keep your left hand here, wrapping your right arm around your left waist for a bind. Still pressing your heels in towards your glutes for a nice deep stretch all along the left side body. Go ahead and place your right hand back on the floor. Walk your hands over to the left side of your area. Keeping your hands planted on the floor. You're welcome to leave your right hand and release your left arm, binding around your back, around towards the right waist. And then extending your left arm back to meet the right, walking your hands back towards the center. You're welcome to bend your elbows, bringing your palms to touch, bringing your thumbs towards the nape of your neck for a nice tricep stretch here. And then release your hands back down towards the floor. Go ahead and come up, finding your tabletop position. We can do a few wrist stretches here as well with your fingertips facing in front, maybe moving forwards and backwards gently to the depth that works for you. Very gently applying that pressure. And then stacking your shoulders over your elbows, your knees under your hips. Go ahead and turn your fingertips outward and then moving from side to side for a nice stretch of the wrist. And then finding your center, go ahead and turn your fingertips in towards your body and then gently rocking forward and backward. Nice stretch for the insides of your forearms. Go ahead and bring your fingertips back facing away from you. From here, go ahead and tuck your toes, bringing your gaze up towards the ceiling, hammocking your belly down. Inhale, scoop and arch. As you exhale, relaxing your toes, bringing your gaze towards your navel or the tops of your thighs. Coming back through, tucking your toes, hammocking your belly down, lifting your gaze up towards the ceiling. Relaxing the top shoelace portion of your toes, scoop and arch, rounding your spine, really pressing that earth away. One more time through here with cat and cow at your breath. Inhale as you tuck the toes, gazing up towards the ceiling. Exhale as you relax the toes, gazing towards your navel or the tops of your thighs. Go ahead and release, coming back down to a neutral spine, maybe moving your hips from side to side for a nice hip stretch. And then from here, we're going to release our right arm up towards the ceiling, sweep it under and through the left side body. Right arm back up towards the ceiling 2 more times, under and through the left side body. Once more, right arm comes up. Really draw it under the left side body, hovering and holding for 3, 2, and 1. Gently release your right arm underneath the left side body, maybe placing your right ear or your cheek on the floor or on the block. Keeping your left arm boxed out. You can also extend that left arm out in front. And then bringing that left arm back to being boxed out. Right arm extends up towards the ceiling and back down underneath your right shoulder. Left arm swoops up high overhead, opening up your chest and shoulders. Sweep it under and through the right side body. Left arm comes back up 2 more times. Under and through, reaching further each time. Reaching your fingertips higher towards the ceiling. Under and through, reach as far as you can, hovering that left arm for 3, 2, and 1. Gently release that left arm down, maybe placing your left ear or cheek on the floor or a block. You can keep that right arm boxed out. You can also extend it out long in front, holding and breathing. You had your right arm extended. Go ahead and bring it back underneath your shoulder. Left arm comes up towards the ceiling, back down and under. Go ahead and extend your right leg back. Keep your right knee bent. We're going to do a few circles here with the right hip. It doesn't matter which direction. We'll switch directions here. Just warming up the body. And then, of course, reversing your direction. Hip circles in the opposite direction than what you started. And then releasing your right knee underneath your right hip. Go ahead and lift your left leg. Lift, keeping your knee bent. Drawing a few hip circles here with the left side. And then, of course, reversing that direction. And releasing your left knee back to meet the right. Tuck your toes, walking your hands back, coming to a kneeling stance, coming up to a standing position. Sweep your arms up high overhead, coming back to a forward fold. Bring your hands to the floor or to a block. Maybe bending your heels one at a time. Stretching the back side of your legs. Maybe coming to a ragdoll, letting your neck hang nice and loose. You can grab opposite elbows and sway side to side, maybe keeping that micro bend in your knees. And then coming back through center, releasing your hands down to the floor, really rolling up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Go ahead and roll your shoulder blades back, roll them forward. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to come into some warrior threes here just for some pulses. So if you'd like to grab that block, you can do so and place it out in front of you. We're actually going to come to a standing single leg mountain. So grind through your left leg. Go ahead and draw your arms up high overhead. Right knee lifts. From here, we're going to cactus the arms, opening up the arm, opening up the hip. Very nice. Closing everything back together 2 more times. Opening up the right knee out from the hip. Drawing the shoulder blades nice and lifted. Once more here. Right knee comes forward, arms up overhead. Cactus the arms, holding it here for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and draw the arms up high overhead. Right knee comes back out in front. We're going to extend and bend that right knee for 3. That's 2. Last one. Hold it straight here. Little pulses. You got 3, 2, and 1. Making sure you've got plenty of space behind you. Just going to turn here from the side. From here, we're going to kick that right leg back as we hinge forward. You can keep your fingertips out in front. You can bring your arms out to a T. You can cactus your arms. Bring your arms back behind you. That right leg is straight. Right toes are flexed down towards the floor. We're going to pulse it for 10. That's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently coming back to staying single leg mountain, swinging that right arm, that right leg through, knee up, and then setting the right leg down, drawing the arms down, maybe shake it out. Same thing on the left side. Come in to stay in single leg mountain, drawing that left knee up, arms come up high overhead, keeping the left toes flexed, really grounding through all 3 points of your right foot. Go ahead and cactus your arms as you draw that left knee out from the hip. Whoop. You get the wiggle and wobble, just hold on to it. Arms come back up high overhead. Knee comes forward, opening the arms, opening the chest. That left knee comes out from the hip. One more time through, drawing the knee forward, arms come up high overhead. Drawing the elbows down, left knee out from the left hip, holding and breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Draw left knee back out in front. Arms come up high overhead. We're going to extend and bend that left leg. Extend and bend, keeping that knee nice and high. Very nice. 2. Once more. This time we're going to hold that left leg straight. Pulse it for 3, 2, and 1. Making sure you hold that left leg high. Got plenty of space behind you. We're going to hinge forward. Kicking that left leg straight back. Again, arms can come out in front. You can bring your bird arms, pinkies in. You can draw your arms out to a T for an airplane, elbows wide. Whatever you'd like to do. Left leg is flexed, left leg is straight. We're going to pulse it for 10. That's 9. 8 more. You've got 7, 6, 5, 2, and 1. Go ahead and come back to that same single leg mountain, left knee up, arms come up high overhead, and then releasing everything down. Maybe move those knees, shake it out a little bit. All right, and if at any time you need to grab some water, feel free to do so. Go ahead and come to a wide second so your feet are wider than your hips, toes are slightly turned out. From here, we're going to go and bend the knees, drawing the arms out to a T. We're going to bring the knees even lower, cactus the arms back to a T. So we're keeping those knees bent the entire time. Chest stays nice and lifted. Really keeping those arms straight. If you'd like, you can also add some weights here in the arms. Keep it going. Elbows bend to a cactus, chest stays lifted. Opening up that chest, arms out to a T, palms down. Let's do 5 more here. And straighten. That's 2. And straighten. 1 more. All right, from this position, we're going to pivot our left toes out in front. Straighten your right toes to meet out in front. Coming into warrior 2, looking out over those left fingertips. Really extend your arms nice and long. From this position, you can keep that block out in front of your left foot if you like. We're going to hinge forward, coming into a half moon. So you can bring your left hand down to the floor, lifting that right leg up high. Right toes are flexed. You can keep your right arm up towards your hip. Your gaze can be down or up. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Just hold on to it, holding and breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Gently release your right knee back down. Bending into that left knee. From here, we're going to come up, straighten that left leg, arms come up high overhead. Bend that left knee. 2 more times, your arms come up high. Bend once more. All right, go ahead and find that warrior 2. We're going to straighten that left leg. Go ahead and pivot the left toes forward. Pivot the right toes out, so arms out to a T. Deep bend into that right knee. Coming back into our warrior 2 on the other side. So if you like, you can grab that block, place it in front of your right foot. You can also come into warrior 3. You can come into half moon without that block. So we're going to hinge over that right foot. Extend your left leg up, slow and controlled. Maybe bringing your hand to the floor or just hovering. Left leg stays lifted. Squeeze your glutes, opening up your hip. Left arm can stay up, can be on your hip. Holding and breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Gently bend into that right knee. Release your left foot on the floor. Coming back to warrior 2. Very nice. We're going to straighten that front right leg. Arms come up high overhead. And bend. Straighten. And bend once more. All right, hold it in that warrior 2. Whoop, my computer's locked up. We're going to hold it in that wide stance here. So deep bend both your knees. Elbows remain wide. Chest is lifted. From this position, we're going to reach our right elbow to our right knee. Extend your arm down. Draw it back up. Coming back to center. Left side. Left elbow, left knee. Extend. Draw it up. Bringing it back in. Keeping it going. That's it. Slow and controlled. Chest stays lifted. So as you draw that same elbow to same knee, think about stacking that opposite shoulder directly over your hip. Elbow to knee. Extend the arm, reaching for the outside of that ankle. Draw it back up. Let's do 3 more on each side because it's so much fun. Really firing up those obliques. Same elbow, same knee. Reach it down. Drawing it back up. 2 more here. Elbow to knee. Extend. Bring it back in. Come back upright. Left elbow, left knee. Extend. Draw it up. 1 more on each side. Think slower, more controlled. Imagine that your body's between 2 panes of glass. So you want your knees tracking out over your toes. Your top shoulder stacked directly over your bottom right. All right, go and come back to center. Draw your feet back to hip width apart and parallel. Maybe shake it out. We're going to grab that block. You can also grab weights if you'd like. Your feet are hip-width apart and parallel, coming to standing. Block or weight in your right hand. Left elbow is wide behind your head. From here, we're going to reach that right fingertip towards the outside ankle, and then back to upright. Right hand to right ankle, back to upright. So same motion, but you're working more of a standing position, so you really want to focus on that form. Focus on that left elbow, that left shoulder stacked on top of one another, directly over the right. Beautiful work. Keeping it going, really reaching further each time. Still going, still moving, really reaching far, coming back upright. Let's do 3 more on the right side, and then we will switch. That's it. 2 more. Think slower, more controlled. Once more here on the right side. Beautiful work. Go ahead and come upright, swapping your block or your weight into your left hand. Right elbow remains wide, feet are still grounded. Left hand down towards the outside of your left ankle, back to upright. Beautiful work, great focus, really keeping that right shoulder, that right elbow stacked directly on top of the left. Still going, still moving. Hinging down to the left side. We'll come down onto the floor next. Beautiful. That's it. Just a few more here on the left side, really crunching those obliques. It's a really nice stretch for the right side. 3 more here. That's it. 2 more. Slow and controlled. Once more here, and we're going to find our tabletop position. All right, go ahead and shake it out. You can set that weight or that block off to the side. We're going to come back to the floor. Bringing your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We're going to extend, your left arm and your right leg long in opposite directions. Strong point through your right toes. We're going to go that left elbow in, right knee up, and extend. You got 20 here with the right leg, and extend. That's it. 18 more. Full extension, full bend. So really trying to tap your left elbow towards your right knee, or just moving in that direction. So left elbow comes down towards your right hip. Your right knee is drawing up towards your left shoulder. Keep it going. 14 more. Think slower, more control. Extend and bend. Keeping it going. That's it. 10 more here with the right leg, left arm. Really grounding through your right hand and your left knee. You can keep the left toes tucked or keep the top shoelace portion of your left foot flat on the floor. Left elbow draws down, right knee draws up. 5 more. Really squeezing the base of your glute as you extend that leg straight, taking out any little bend that you created in that knee. 1 more. All right, go ahead and hold that right leg, left arm. We're going to lower and lift, open out to the diagonal, drop back in line. We're going to bend that right knee, drawing your left hand towards the toes. Maybe they tap, maybe they just come close and extend. Lower and lift, open and close, bend, tap, and extend. 3 more. Lower and lift, open and close, bend, tap, and extend. 2 more. Keeping it going. We have a nice stretch after this. Open and close, bend, tap, and extend. Last one. Core is nice and engaged. Draw your navel deep in your spine, nice flat back. Go ahead and plant your left hand to the outside of your right wrist, keeping that right leg straight. Draw it over, across, behind your left leg for a nice deep stretch here. Holding it here for 3, 2, and 1. Plant your left hand back underneath your left shoulder. Draw your right knee back in line with your left. You bump your hips side to side. All All right, let's do the same fun on the opposite side. Go ahead and extend your right arm, left leg long in opposite directions. Really point through that left foot. We're going to draw that right elbow in, left knee up, and extend. You've got 20 here with the left leg. That's it. 18 more. Stay with it. Focus on your breathing. Really exhaling as you draw that right elbow down, left knee up, and inhaling as you extend the limbs long in opposite directions, squeezing the base of that left glute, really keeping your shoulders down from your ears. That's it. 15 more. Draw it in and extend. Your right elbow does not have to touch your left knee. You do want to draw them down towards your navel. Think slower, more controlled. Right elbow towards left knee and extend. That's it. 9 more. Stay with it. You got 8 and 7. Really focusing on the breathing. Exhale with the crunch. Inhale as you extend. 4 more. Grounding through your left hand and your right knee. 2 more. Last one, we're going to hold that right arm, left leg extended, still pointing the left toes. We're going to lower and tap and lift, open and close back in line. Bend the left knee, reach your right arm back and extend. Lower and lift, open and close. Bend, tap and extend. 3 more. Lower and lift, open and close. Bend, tap, extend. 2 more. Stay with it. Maybe keeping your gaze towards your left fingertips. Avoid straining your neck, looking side to side. Last one. Then we have a nice stretch. Open and close. Bend, tap. Hold the left leg straight. Draw your right hand to the outside of your left wrist. And extend that left leg to the outside diagonal of your right foot. Bumping your hips out for a stretch. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Bring your right hand back under your right shoulder. Left knee to meet the right. We bump your hips from side to side. All right. We are going to come into a side laying position. Coming down onto your left elbow and on your left hip. You can bend your knees. From here, draw your right elbow wide behind your head. From this position, we're going to crunch the right knee up towards the right elbow. So you want to keep your elbow wide. You want to try to avoid moving that upper body. It's just that right knee that's drawing up and then extending. Keep it going. Right knee towards right elbow, and then drawing it back in line with the left knee. That left leg is completely still. Right elbow remains wide, keeping your chest nice and open. Just relaxing on your left elbow. Imagine you're laying at the beach, pretending it's not fall yet. Still going, still moving. Left knee towards left elbow. 3 more here. 2 more. That's it. 1 more. All right, go ahead and come up onto your left forearm. And from here, we're going to bring our right elbow still as wide. We're going to tap that right elbow down towards the floor and then lifting it back up. Trying to keep your palm facing up to avoid pressing through your left palm. Right elbow comes down towards the floor. It does not have to tap. Maybe it comes closer towards the floor, maybe closer towards your left wrist, and then opening up. Really crunching those upper abs. Bend and lift. Core is nice and engaged. Your right hip remains stacked directly over your left the entire time. Tapping down and lifting up. 2 more here. Tap down and lift. Once more. From the same position, you can keep your right elbow wide behind your head. We're just going to lift and lower that top right knee. Still keeping it bent, lift and lower. Your right toes can be flexed, they can be pointed, or they can just be relaxed. You want to focus on that outer right hip here. Right elbow remains wide, still laying on your left hip and your left forearm. 3 more. That's it. 2 more. Core is engaged. All right. We're going to hold that right knee lifted. Now flex your foot if you had it relaxed before. We're going to extend it back and then draw it back over the left. So you're just extending that right leg directly behind you. Imagine that you're pressing something away with the sole of your foot and then drawing your right knee just directly over your left. Keeping that right knee, that right foot lifted. Press it back. Draw it back in. That's it. 5 more here, and then we're going to switch into those same 3 moves on the left side. 2 more. Keeping that left leg relaxed. Avoid pressing into that left leg. Once more. All right, go ahead and draw that right knee back down. And then gently switching sides. Coming onto the right side. Laying it all the way down. From here, draw your left elbow wide. Keep the bend in your knees. We're going to draw that left knee, left elbow, and then bring that left knee back down towards the right. Drop back down. Really working on that crunch, working on that left oblique. Your core stays engaged, and you want to keep the left hip stacked directly over the right the entire time. And if your left knee does not tap your left elbow, that's perfectly fine. Just moving it in that direction. Your right elbow remains down. Really avoid pressing off on that right side. That right side already did the work. It's a nice relaxation for it. 3 more here. Left knee towards left elbow. 2 more. 1 more. All right, go ahead and bring that left knee on top of your right, coming up to your right forearm. Again, palm is facing up. Left elbow wide behind your head. We're going to tap that left elbow down towards the floor and then draw it back up, maybe getting deeper with each twist. Your hips stay completely still. Your knees and your feet are not moving. Just your shoulder and your elbow come down and then lifting up. As you come back up to your starting position, think about really extending that elbow back behind you, opening up your chest, stretching your shoulders, core is engaged, left elbow towards right, still going, still moving. Maybe that left elbow taps the floor or just moving in that direction. Maybe one side's different than the other. I know I certainly always am a little bit tighter on my left side. Keep it going. Left elbow is wide and then crunching down. 2 more here. Left elbow comes down and lifts. Once more, and then we're going to hold that left elbow wide. Still on your right forearm. We're just going to lift and lower that left knee. So as you lower it, don't lower it all the way down to the right. Keep a little bit of space in between, keeping that resistance on, keeping that challenge there. Just your left knee lifts and lowers. That's it. Just a lift and a lower. Really feeling that slight pinch in your outer left pocket as you raise that left knee high. Keeping your left foot in line with your left knee, raising and lowering. 2 more. That's it. Last one. All right, we're going to go ahead and hold that left knee lifted, flex the left toes, press it back, and then drawing your left knee back over the right, and then extend, draw back in, extend, draw back in. Keep it going. Still going, still moving. Keeping the left toes flexed. Imagine you're trying to stamp the sole of your foot from the furthest direction from the crown of your head. Extend, and then drawing that left knee over your right, keeping that distance between your knees. Your left foot is in line with your right. 2 more. That's it. Last one. All right, go ahead and release that left knee down. We're going to go ahead and come onto our stomachs here, focusing on the back side of our body. Nice tight core is always welcomed by a nice strong back. From here, we're going to extend our arms out in front. So your fingertips are facing down. Your arms are shoulder width apart. Your toes are relaxed down. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. We're going to lift everything up, arms and legs. Draw your elbows back. Extend your arms. Keep the legs lifted. Lower everything down. Gaze is down towards the floor. Remain straining your neck. Lifting your arms and your legs. Keep your legs lifted. Draw your elbows back behind you. Palms stay facing down. Draw your arms out in front. And lower. We have 8 more here. Lifting everything up high. Draw the elbows back. Draw them forward. And release down. 7 more. Lift, elbows back, extend it forward, lower everything. That's it. Keep it going. Really squeeze your glutes, squeeze your shoulder blades together as you draw the elbows back. Imagine that you're tucking your elbows behind your shoulder blades. Palms stay facing down. Chest stays lifted. 4 more here. Lift, draw everything back. And extend and lower. Can't lower than extend. Keep it going. 2 more here. Drop back. Extend. And then lower. Last one. Lift. Hold everything lifted. Draw the elbows back. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the arms straight. Limbs are still lifted for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release everything down. Go ahead and cross your palms, crossing your forearms. So with your feet hip width apart and parallel, we're going to draw the right heel into the right glute and extend left heel, left glute, and extend both heels, and extend left heel, left glute, and extend right heel, and extend both heels, drawing towards the same glute. 1 more time, starting with the right, and then starting with the left. Extend, left heel, left glute. Extend both heels. Slow and controlled. Left heel, left glute. Extend, right heel. Extend both heels. All right, from here, go and draw your elbows underneath your shoulders. Palms are pressing down. We're going to lift up, coming into our Sphinx pose, lifting your head up. Nice core stretch. Look over your left shoulder without forcing it. Back up towards the ceiling. Over your right shoulder. Back up towards the ceiling. Bring your gaze forward. Go ahead and push yourself back. Coming to your child's pose. We're not finished just yet. Fingertips still spread out nice and long. Just a nice full stretcher before we work more of that core. And then go ahead and come on up. Coming over to your bum. From here, grab that block, placing that block out in front of you. So you can make that block super low. You can make it medium, or you can make it super high. I just realized that my block blends in with my towel. So wherever you'd like your block to be, go ahead and extend your legs straight. Your legs are on either side of that block. You can roll back onto your forearms if you'd like to give your wrists a break. You can also come back with a bend in your elbows and your palms facing down, fingertips facing your glutes. From here, we're just going to lift that right leg up and over. Right leg is straight, up and over, tapping both sides of that block. So if that block is too low and you want more of a challenge, make that block taller. You can also stack multiple blocks. You can also make it lower. You can also hover that left leg. Both legs are straight. Both toes are flexed up towards the ceiling. That's it. Tapping up and over. Avoid really tapping that floor. Imagine that block is a flame and you don't want to touch it. That's it. 2 more. Up and over. Once more. Full rainbow. Up and over. Then release both of your heels down. Catch your breath. Oh my. All right. Flex the left toes. That left leg is hovering. Maybe extend your right foot out a little bit. Up and over. Really trying to get that leg high up and over. Working the lower abs. Working your quad here. Again, you can always float that left leg to a hover. Still, both legs are flexed. Your core is engaged, drawing your navel into your spine. Elbows down. You can also have your wrists down. Tapping up and over. That's it. Keep it going. Still going. Still moving. Let's do it once more. Up, other side, up to the other side. All right. Go ahead and grab that block. Place it between your thighs and rolling back. We're going to do a nice little accordion crunch here. So your knees are a tabletop. Your elbows are wide or extended out long. We're going to draw the knees in and your elbows in, still with that block between your thighs. And then extend your legs long, extend your arms long to a hover, not touching. Draw your knees up, elbows down, and extend. So you're using that block to simultaneously work your thighs, squeezing the block to keep it still. You're working your entire abs, your deep ab muscles here by drawing your legs extended to a hover and then drawing everything in. Keep it going. As you extend your arms and legs, your limbs are hovering. The depth works for you. Keep it going. You can also always keep your limbs up a little bit higher as you extend them. Most important thing is that your lower back is pressed firmly into the floor. Your navel is pulled in toward your spine. If you have any discomfort in your lower back, just don't lower your legs or your arms as far. That's it. Give me 2 more. Full extension. Full crunch. 1 more here. Full extension. Full crunch. Keeping everything together still with the block between your knees. Make sure that your knees are directly over your hips. So if they're closer towards your chest, makes it a little bit easier so if you want more of a challenge, extend those legs away. Tuck your chin, shoulders lifted. Reach your fingertips towards the same ankle, and we're going to reach for that outside ankle. Keeping that block between your thighs, activates those thighs, activates your quads. Reaching, same fingertip to same ankle. That's it. Slight rotations, really firing up those upper abs, working those obliques just a little bit more. Your chin is tucked. Imagine you have a clementine under your chin and you don't want to burst that clementine. Just reaching same fingertip to same ankle. A few more here. That's it. 1 more on each side. All right, go ahead and set that block off to the side. Draw your knees into your chest, crawling into a ball. From here, we're going to keep that right knee in towards our chest. Extend your left leg long. Tuck your chin. From here, we're just going to raise and lower that left leg. Left leg is straighter. Maybe point the left toes more. Your shoulder blades are lifted. Your right knee is tucked in towards your right shoulder. Just the left leg raise and lower. Lower back is pressed into the floor. 5 more. Keep it going. Raise and lower. 4 more. Avoid letting your upper body rock as you raise and lower your leg, keeping everything still and steady. You got 3 more. 2 more. Inhale as it raises. Exhale as it lowers. That's it. Last one. Go ahead and draw that left knee in. Extend your right leg long to a hover. Left knee in towards your left shoulder. Still with your shoulders lifted, chin tucked. We're going to raise and lower that right leg. Your abs are engaged. Your lower back is pressed into the floor. Try and take out any bend that you may have previously inadvertently created in that right knee. Your right toes are pointed. Chin is lifted off of your chest. Keep it going. Going to the depth that works for you. So maybe it's all the way almost as though you can feel that floor beneath you. Maybe it's a foot or two above the floor. Whatever you can do today. Raise and lower. Right leg. 2 more. Last one. All right, bend that right knee into your chest. Extend the left leg. We're just going to do single ones. Raise and lower. Bend the left knee. Extend the right. Raise and lower. Bend the right. Extend the left. Raise and lower. Bend the left. Extend the right. Raise and lower the right. Keep it going. Bend the right knee. Extend the left leg. Raise and lower. We got 1 more on each side. Bend the left knee. Extend the right. Raise and lower. And switch. All right, go ahead and draw both knees back in towards your chest. Go ahead and release your head flat on the floor. Maybe circle out your ankles. All right, go and plant your feet. Your feet are hip width apart and parallel. From here, palms are down by your side. We have a glute bridge with a single leg knee drag. So just that right knee, hips lift. Lift the right knee towards your right shoulder and press it down. Just a glute bridge. So your shoulders are staying pressed into the floor. That's it. Keep it going. Few more here on the right side, and then we will switch. Slow and controlled. Really squeezing your glutes, lifting that right knee higher. Maybe imagine you can tap that right knee towards your right shoulder. 3 more. Lift and gently lower. Still going. That's it. 1 more on the right side. Go ahead and release that right foot down. Maybe move your knees from side to side. Nice stretch. All right, now we got the left side. Left knee, left shoulder, hips lift, lower down. Try to avoid tapping that foot down, keeping that resistance on. Maybe your glutes barely tap the floor, and then lift right back up again. That's it. Keep it going. Almost there. 5 more on the left side. Single leg, glute bridge, raise and lower. Left knee towards the left shoulder and relaxing back down. 3 more. Lift and lower. Once more here, really grind through your right foot. All right, go ahead and release your left foot, release your glutes down. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. From here, palms are still down, facing downward by your side. We have a frog glute bridge, raise and lower, working the outermost part of your glutes so the soles of your feet are glued together. The pinky toe all the way back to the heel. Still going. Just realized what time it was. Let's do 3 more here and then we'll stretch. Just having so much fun. Keep it going. 2 more. It does. Go ahead and draw your knees in towards your chest. I completely agree. Way, way too fast. All right. We won't skimp on the stretching though. Go ahead and extend your left leg, keeping your right knee in towards your right shoulder, trying to avoid that rib cage, circling out your right ankle. You're welcome to stay here if you'd like a deeper active stretch. Go ahead and flex your left leg, flexing and lifting your leg off the ground, tucking your chin, lifting your shoulders, still circling out that right ankle. Release your left leg and your shoulders on the floor. With your left hand, grab the outside of your right knee, pull it across the left side of your body, looking over your right shoulder. Maybe bringing your right cheek on the floor. You can extend that right arm long to a T. You can also cactus that right arm. Coming back to the center, keeping that right knee in towards your right shoulder, drawing a few hip circles here, and then reversing the direction. And switching sides, left knee in towards your left shoulder, extend your right leg long, avoiding that left rib cage, maybe circling out your left ankle. Welcome to keep it here. Tuck your chin, lifting your shoulders, flex your right foot, lifting your right leg off the floor, still circling out that left ankle wherever you're at. Releasing your shoulders and your right leg. With your right hand, grab the outside of your left knee, pulled across the right side of your body. Extending your left arm, or option to cactus that arm. Opening up your chest, maybe bringing your left ear, your left cheek on the floor. Got a little cramp in my foot. It's distracting me. All right, come on back. Bringing your left knee still in towards your left shoulder. Drawing a few circles here with your left hip, and then reversing that direction. Go and draw both knees in towards your chest. Draw your legs up towards the ceiling, fingertips up towards the ceiling, point and flex, circle out everything. Moving all of your joints today in class. And then go ahead and bend your knees again. Option to grab the back side of your thighs or the outside of your feet for happy baby. Lower back stays pressed into the floor, maybe rocking side to side if that feels good for you for a nice lower back stretch. You can also come into Ninja Baby, extending one leg, drawing the opposite inside the other leg, and then of course switching sides. You can draw soles of your feet together, and then drawing your knees back together, wrapping your arms around your shins. Rock and roll yourself a few times like a ball. Nice spinal stretch here. Maybe tapping your feet, rolling back a few times. And then coming on up to standing. Feet are wider than your hips. Cross your right arm across your body, avoiding your wrist or your elbow. Open and switch. Left arm across your body. Just grabbing at the forearm very gently. Open and draw the right elbow wide behind your head. Chin and chest stays lifted. Open and switch, left elbow wide. Go ahead and release your hands down. Maybe clasp them behind your back. Nice chest stretch, gazing up towards the ceiling. Maybe bringing your right ear to your right shoulder. Bringing it around, left ear, left shoulder. You can release your hands, circle out your wrist. Nice big inhale. Fantastic work today. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed it. Awesome. Good. Always good to have you, Valerie. You're